At one time, Ray Allen was the greatest shooter on the planet. He had an amazing career, with him being a 2-time NBA champion and a 10-time All-Star. And he still holds the record for most 3-point field goals ever made and attempted in the NBA. He hasn't played in the NBA since the 2014 NBA Finals. So where is he now? To get the full story, we'll look at a short summary of the events that led up to where he is now. Ray Allen was born in California, but since his dad was in the military, his family was often forced to move around the world. So Ray Allen grew up in England, Oklahoma, California, and Germany. As a child, he never really fit in, but excelled at football and baseball. And once he started to grow taller than all the other kids, he started playing basketball too. His family finally settled down in South Carolina, where he began his high school basketball career. Standing at 6'2" at 15 years old, he would average 18 points per game. Ray Allen would then accidentally get his girlfriend pregnant, and they would have a child shortly after his junior year in high school. But that didn't stop colleges from aggressively trying to recruit him. He eventually chose to attend the University of Connecticut, where throughout his 3 years there, he'd be named the USA Basketball's Male Athlete of the Year and the Big East Player of the Year. These accomplishments led to him being taken with the 5th pick in the 1996 NBA draft by the Minnesota Timberwolves, before being immediately traded to the Milwaukee Bucks for Stephon Marbury. He'd average nearly 20 points per game for the Bucks and win the 3-point shootout in 2001. In the 2002 and 3 season, Ray Allen was traded to the Seattle Supersonics for Gary Payton. Ray signed a 5-year, $80 million contract in 2004, and it was worth it because in 2006 he had his best statistical year, averaging 26 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists per game, which included a career-high 54 points in a game against the Utah Jazz. Ray was traded once again to the Boston Celtics, where his success would really begin. The team now consisted of Boston's Big Three: Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen, or Big Four if you include Rajon Rondo in that. Their first season together, they'd win the 2008 NBA championship, but sadly that was their only one together, with a big part of it being because they couldn't get past the LeBron-led Miami Heat from 2010 to 2012, which made it really controversial when Ray would sign there in 2012, eliminating his friendship with his former teammates and Kevin Garnett. The biggest shot of Ray Allen's NBA career, and one of the biggest shots in NBA history, came in Game 6 of the 2013 NBA Finals, when Ray hit a game-winning shot in the final seconds, saving the Heat from elimination and ultimately leading them to winning Game 7 and the 2013 NBA championship, making him a 2-time champ. He'd play with the Heat until 2014, where they'd lose to the Spurs in the finals that year. This was the last time Ray Allen was seen on an NBA court. So where is he now? Shortly after losing in the finals, Ray Allen's home was broken into by 7 teenagers. They were all hanging out on the beach when they decided to wander onto a home they believed was empty, but it wasn't. Ray Allen's wife Shannon and 2 children were asleep upstairs while Ray was out of town. The teenagers peeked inside and saw furniture still wrapped in plastic, so they entered through an unlocked back door. They made their way upstairs and entered a bedroom where Shannon screamed at them to get out. They all ran out and ran from the beach. Instead of the original charges of a $1,000 fine, a year of probation, and up to a year in jail, the Allen family made sure that the teenagers attended a court hearing to feel how serious of a crime they committed. Along with this, they were forced to each do 100 hours of community service, along with donate $1,000 to former teammate Shane Battier's charity within 6 months. Ray Allen's lucky that his wife and kids didn't get hurt, and the teenagers were lucky that Ray Allen's such a nice guy. They said that they were extremely grateful that they didn't face jail time and the original charges. Ray seems to be enjoying retirement because he spends most of his time running his Ray of Hopes Foundation that assists different charities. He also spends most of his time golfing, and he even played with former President Barack Obama and Steph Curry. Also, Ray Allen was one of the hardest working and best dieting players in the NBA. So when he's not golfing or running his charity, he's running an organic fast food restaurant that himself and his wife Shannon opened up in Miami, Florida. Shannon has said that they were tired of waiting around for someone else to open up a healthy fast food restaurant, so they decided to do it themselves. And this probably played a part in the fact that in September of 2016, former coach Doc Rivers said that even though Ray Allen hadn't played in the NBA in over 2 years, he was still in the top 5 shape out of all current NBA players. Since leaving the league without ever officially retiring, Ray was pursued by pretty much every team with even a slight chance in the playoffs. But he only seriously considered joining the Warriors, Cavaliers, Knicks, Clippers, and Spurs, because there was real chance of a title. Although he had pressure throughout the league to sign with the team, he ultimately never did. Instead, he officially retired on November 1st, 2016. Also, as a side note, Ray Allen said in an interview that he has a borderline case of OCD, which he credits to being able to shoot the exact same every time, giving him such a great shot all those years. He to this day still holds the all-time record for most three-pointers made in the regular season and in the playoffs, even though the record will eventually be passed by Steph Curry and maybe a few others due to the way the game is changing. But it's easy to realize why Ray Allen didn't return to the NBA with all the things he has going on off the court. And lastly, in May of 2017, there was an episode of Kevin Garnett's Area 21 show that featured Ray's former Celtics teammates Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Rajon Rondo, Kendrick Perkins, and Glenn Davis. They spoke about Ray Allen leaving the Celtics, and they all said they still haven't spoken to him in years. They said that they weren't even mad that he wanted to leave or that he left to their rivals the Miami Heat. They were angry at Ray because he didn't tell any of them he was leaving. Kevin Garnett said that if Ray wants a relationship with any of them back, he feels it's Ray's responsibility to reach out because he was the one that started the problem. And since editing this video, it seems Ray Allen and Paul Pierce have made up their differences and are now friends again. Now it's just up to Ray to make it up to the rest of his Celtics teammates. And this has been Where is Ray Allen Now? I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and comment who you'd like to see where they are now next.